Okay, Coach, they indeed love their football here in upstate New York as you look inside of New Era Field in Orchard Park. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Check your backers, check your backers.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Detroit! Detroit!
Key 26.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
25. Check 25.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 2nd down, here's Allen. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now they'll run it on the toss. And, a little spin cycle. Room to run now. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 42-yard line.
Patriot! Patriot!
We got 4. We got 4.
And they'll go on the ground. And an alley to run. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
All right, here we go. 319. 319. Detroit! Detroit!
They go play action here on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Now let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Allen will try again on 2nd down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it 3rd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
Tight end right, tight end right.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Detroit, Detroit.
From the gun, it's Allen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing on 1st down. Moran. He'll get this into the hands of Deion Kane. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really get...
And coughed it up! But I think a Dolphin was able to fall on it. Yes, they'll keep possession here. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Gun! Watch him now, Barney, Barney.
Hey, switch gears.
From the gun, Moran. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. His first catch, good for 9 and a 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
On 1st and 10, Moran. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'd open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. To throw again. Moran finding a safety valve here. That's complete. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Operating from the gun, Moran. Able to find Deion Kane, complete. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another 1st down. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did. Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another 1st down. First foray into the red zone for Miami. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throw right side complete to Carter. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
As I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it. I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity. If it breaks down, he can take off and run for it.
They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Gano's kick is right through. Back now with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Marshall now, the return. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive,
Here we go now.
that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. And he fires one incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down, Moran. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for him.
His throw caught at about the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That one goes for 24 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
And as we've seen throughout this season, it's no picnic trying to score touchdowns against this unit. They're ranked #1 against the run. But it's also difficult because it's not easy to throw the ball against them either.
He'll get it up the middle. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This Buffalo defense has stood their ground. This is 3rd and goal.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, Moran. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And with that last field goal, that puts him now at 300 made on his career, and that is something to celebrate.
And that puts him in the top 30 all time. So he's really made a mark, and he's got plenty of life left in that leg, that's for sure.
Marshall now, the return. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Check Mike 54.
Gone.
Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively, not a real surprise. They're in the dime.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. It's gonna be a
Detroit.
It's gonna be a
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Allen going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. So now here come the Dolphins. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Here we go now.
They'll start on the ground with Balaj. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Moran looking middle, and it's incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Set! 3-19! 3-19! Over!
Off play action. Moran. And he'll find QT on the right side complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Throwing on 1st down. Moran. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught inside the 25. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. It's a big play there for Miami. 52 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit. Goal. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Buffalo after this. Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Now let's go! 3-19!
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Crash down, crash.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Right there, 54, right
Over!
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let this go. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. A big play there just before halftime. 44 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Allen now to throw on 2nd down. And this one's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, Only way to play good defense.
The Bills on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. Now they'll run it on the toss. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
The running game's played a huge part in getting them down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
Leopard! Leopard! Over!
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Leopard! Leopard! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
To throw, it's Allen. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Jonnu Smith, the tight end, is intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short.
Back 99 Philly, here we go! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And this one is no good. He missed it. So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Gone! 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 Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Moran. Over the middle, that's caught by QT. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a 1st down to boot.
Check 9, check 9.
On 1st and 10, Moran. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. The 1st down screen pass, good for 5.
But it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
319! Detroit! Detroit! Hot! Hot!
To throw on second down, Moran. Forced out to his left, and that's off the mark, incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
The Dolphins on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun. Moran, throw left side on target to Kane, complete. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackled there by Alex Anzalone.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one,
and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kiki QT, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Marshall now, the return. And a very nice return up to the 35, but was it aided by something illegal? Let's find out. So that will push him back.
And now we know why I had a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. On 1st down, Allen, he's going to float this one deep right side. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
What has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 2nd down, a little more productive than 1st. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
3 down, 3 down.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Come on, QB, come on.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
55 to Mo.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. And this is caught by Watkins. That his 1st catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the 1st down.
Detroit! Detroit! Now let's go. Green 39.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Over the middle to Smith. The 20, 10, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Jonnu Smith, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bills have cut it to within a score. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And out come the Dolphins now. On first down, Moran. Got an open man, it's QT. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Throwing on first down, Moran. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play. Even
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a third and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
The Dolphins on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Off the play fake, Moran. He's going to wind up and air it out. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4.
Well, the obvious goal is to try and score a touchdown, but at the least, adding to a pretty big yardage total for his intended receiver there, huh?
Yeah, well, when you got a guy over 150 yards, keep chucking it deep to him, I guess.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You can get it to him short, and he can make plays that way, but I like what you just said. Throw it to him deep and get it in a big chunk.
But incomplete on that try. Now the Bills' offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here, and I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
Allen now on first down. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Now let's go. 319. 319.
On first and 10, Moran. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Back to the air on 2nd down. Moran looking for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Off play action. Moran. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
Single.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On first down, Moran. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Back to throw. Moran. 7 yards on the quick slant and a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Now, Barney.
They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Watch it now, Barney.
Safety screaming. Both sevens to Mike.
Looking to throw on second down. Moran steps away. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. This Buffalo defense has stood their ground. This is third and goal.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Gun. Watch it now, Barney.
From the gun, Moran, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point try good by Gano, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
All right, now, lucky 56.
Switch.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll actually lose 6 yards on the return, but I don't think they care. They've got the football back. Not that time for Watkins.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
And they'll run it here. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. A gain of 3, second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
To throw on second down. Moran, incomplete. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
The Dolphins on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Moran. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
Watch you now, Barney. Barney. Now let's go.
Throwing on first down. Moran. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Hurry up, here we go. 3:19. 3:19.
Coming to you, coming to you.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw. Moran. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The Dolphins on third down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This will be 3rd and 5.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
47's the mic. 47's the mic.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Operating from the gun. Moran. Two-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Here we go now.
So after the INT, it's Allen. Steps away to his left. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down.
Here we go now.
Now Allen looking to throw on second down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Justin Reed. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Throwing again. Moran. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
All right, here we go. 319! 319!
On 1st and 10, Moran. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphins shaking up on the play. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, Moran. His throw caught right around the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Gano's kick is right through. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
The face mask moves him all the way out past the 40 now for 1st down.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Detroit! Detroit!
Play action. Now it's Allen. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Set! 319! 319!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
Detroit! Detroit!
Tight end right, tight end right.
up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now Allen, got to have this one. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Want it. Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Woo! Let's get it.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Miami, it's a critical win for them as it gets them to 9-6 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to New England to take on the Patriots. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.